Ever feel your heart pound before speaking in class? The Paperweight tells Chloe's story, paralysed by presentation anxiety. But a simple gift unlocks unexpected courage. Discover how one small, smooth stone becomes her anchor, teaching her, and you, that even in moments of panic, inner strength is always within reach. Watch to find your own paperweight and conquer your fears. Chloe sat in the back row of the university lecture hall, her heart pounding like a frantic drum against her ribs. The intimidating space felt like a cavern of shadows and whispers, but no one spoke. All eyes, she imagined, were on her. Her palms were slick with sweat, and the neatly written note cards in her hands felt slippery, like bars of soap she was afraid to drop. The words she had practiced so many times now seemed to swim and twist, mocking her from the tiny rectangles of paper. The lecture hall was cold, but Chloe could feel a physical heat rising in her cheeks. Anxiety wasn't just a thought in her head, it was a physical takeover. Her stomach churned, her legs trembled, and her breath came in short gasps. She pictured herself faltering, stumbling over the first sentence, freezing, her face burning red, while 100 pairs of eyes watched her fail. The weight of judgment pressed down on her like a heavy silence. Chloe Thompson, the professor called, breaking through the quiet like a bell in the stillness. Her trembling legs obeyed before her mind could catch up. She stood and walked to the front of the room, feeling the length of the hall stretch in front of her like an endless tunnel. The murmur of 100. Internal voices grew louder, but the actual room stayed unnervingly quiet. She reached the podium and opened her mouth to speak, but the first word got stuck, trapped, like a bird caught behind invisible bars. Panic surged through her like a tidal wave, and her mind went blank. Just as the chaos inside her threatened to pull her under, her fingers closed around something small and smooth in her pocket. It was the paperweight her grandfather had given her. A simple stone, cool and solid, with gentle curves worn by time. She had slipped it into her pocket that morning on a whim, not fully understanding why she needed it, until now. The sensation of the stone grounded her. It was real and steady, a single point of calm in the storm of her mind. Chloe took a shaky breath, shifting her focus away from the vast sea of faces. Instead, she looked at her professor. His eyes met hers, and in that small gesture, he gave her a quiet, encouraging nod. It was as if she was speaking to just one person, someone who believed she could do this. Her voice was quiet, barely above a whisper at first, but anchored by the paperweight and the kindness in her professor's eyes, she found a rhythm. The first sentence came out, then the second. Words began to flow slowly but surely, and the fear loosened its grip. She didn't speak perfectly. She stumbled once or twice. Her voice cracked in spots. But it was her speech. She owned it. And when she finished, the wave of relief crashed over her stronger than any fear. Chloe smiled, realizing something important. When you feel like you're spinning out of control, sometimes all you need is one solid thing to hold on to. That paperweight, cool and steady in her hand, wasn't just a stone. It was her anchor, her reminder that she could survive the moment and come through stronger on the other side. The weeks that followed were still filled with moments of anxiety, but now Chloe had a tool, a tangible reminder of her strength. She started carrying the paperweight everywhere, to classes, to the library, even to social gatherings. Each time she felt the familiar wave of anxiety rising, she would reach into her pocket, grasp the smooth stone, and take a deep breath. The paperweight wasn't a magical cure, but it was a symbol, a reminder of her ability to face her fears and find her center. She even started sharing her experience with other students who struggled with anxiety. Soon, other students began carrying their own paperweights, a smooth stone, a small trinket, anything that could serve as a reminder of their inner strength. The lecture hall that once felt like a cavern of fear now felt like a community of support. Chloe still felt anxious sometimes, but now she knew she wasn't alone. She had her paperweight, her community, and her own inner strength to rely on. And as she walked into her next presentation, she knew that she could face whatever challenges came her way. For she had learned that the greatest strength comes not from the absence of fear, but from the courage to face it, one small stone at a time. Sometimes we can find strength in the little things that we hold on to.